Oh my god. I was doing like ASMR. I was like doing a mic check. I was doing ASMR in my mic, and I have my headphones on, and it sounds so weird. Anyway, so yeah. Okay. Hello guys. Welcome back to But Like That's on My Mind. I am your lovely, lovely, lovely birthday host, Ashanti Augustine. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am officially 22 years old, which is a little surreal, but at the same time, but it's weird. Okay, so it's like when you turn another age, if you hear something that sounds like peeing, it's not pee, it's my cat's water fountain. But when you turn another age, I feel like we all feel as though we're supposed to like feel different or like feel older or like something like that. And in a way, I feel like I do, but at the same time, nothing in my life has changed. Like everything is exactly the same because it was a day that, that was just monumental in terms of years of I've been alive. And I think it's a very interesting feeling because part of me feels like I think maybe just because I kind of started looking back on the last 22 or I'll say the last 10 years of my life because I was like a baby. The first 12 years of my life, I don't really remember much of it, to be fair. But like I feel like most of the monumental stuff happened once I turned 12 and going on forward. And so it's very interesting for me to kind of look back and see how I was and, where I am now. Which is very interesting. I'm very much proud of myself. I'm very hard on myself and I can feel very bad and down about where I am at in my life and how I'm doing financially or with my career, with school and stuff like that. And so it kind of helps to look back on where I was. And it's so interesting because we're always praying for things in the future. We're always hoping for things to change and get better and stuff like that. But years ago, I was praying to be what I am now and to have what I have now. And yet now I'm praying for other things as well. And it's very interesting. Humans are never satisfied. Obviously for me, I don't think I'll be fully satisfied until I'm financially independent and like officially have started my career in screenwriting. But at the same time, it's like I have to start really learning to appreciate what I have now and where I am now because like I have a good life. There's aspects of it that I really don't like, but that's the way the tuna fish casseroles. I don't think that's a saying. I think I just made that up. But yeah, and so I'm 22 now. I had a really good birthday. It's interesting. Obviously I'm a twin, so I celebrate my birthday with another person. And so every year we've always done something like water related. And like we've always either gone had like a pool party or last year we went to Marco Island and we spent like I think 3 or 4 days just like on the beach and stuff like that, which was really cool. And so this year I was like, I don't know what I wanted to do. We were originally planning to do like a camping trip, but my sister is a hop now. I know, crazy. My twin sister has started her adulting life. And so the days that we were planning to go camping is when her first days of academy would be. And so we were like, you know what, we'll find something else to do. And so because I share a birthday with my twin, and my brother-in-law and my brother have their birthdays a few days after ours. And so I thought it would be cool for us all to kind of have a little celebration together so that everyone could celebrate all of our birthdays and we wouldn't have to try to do like 3 different like party thingies. And so on Friday, the day before my birthday, I had like everyone came over. We all like made different things and brought different things. Mom made like this like pasta. I had like Popeye. We made like strawberry shortcakes. My sister-in-law, Shola, hi. I'm gluten-free. Oh, well, I won't say I'm gluten-free. I have a gluten intolerance. I'm trying very hard to become gluten-free, but every once in a while I'm just like, I just crack and I'm like, I don't have the energy. But I've been more gluten-free lately because I'm tired of my stomach hurting and feeling nauseous. But yeah, so Shola made me a gluten-free cake and it was so good. I'm so grateful for it because I tried to make gluten-free pretzels that night and it came out horribly. Like it came out like a pretzel. They just tasted horrible because the problem with gluten like free things is it's very chalky and dry. And so it's very hard to make like good, at least from what I've experienced, it's very hard to make good tasting gluten-free things. That's not going to stop me from trying. I love cooking and I love baking. I'm just not good at it. Sorry, I got a text. I didn't put my phone on mute. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh no, what am I doing? Who's talking? Sorry. Okay, got distracted. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. Okay. And so I love baking and I love cooking. I'm just really, really piss poor at it. And so because of that, I actually, my family has been saying that I should start like a cooking channel. But showing how much I fail at cooking, because anytime I make them something, I always have to give them like a disclaimer beforehand where I'm just like, okay, so just so you know, before you eat this, and so I was honestly thinking about it. I think I might do something like that where like whenever I'm about to cook like something I haven't cooked before, film it and like post it on my Instagram. I'm not someone to do YouTube. I love vloggers and I love watching vlogs and stuff like that. And I've always wanted to do that, but like that's not something that I personally see realistically for me. I don't want to do it. Like I would love to have one and be that type of person who likes to vlog. But the idea of filming everything that's happening in my life, I don't like it. Like I've tried it and I don't like it, and I don't want to put it all together. I don't want to, like I like living my life not filming everything. But I think that's why I love doing my podcast, because I do like talking. I like being on camera. So I can do that without having to take 12 years to create a video and my entire day. I'm also not that interesting of a person in terms of like life wise. I don't really do much. I go to work. I write, I read. I'm starting actually crocheting again. I attempted to make a handband for my sister. It came out horribly because I fudged it up as usual. I'm a terrible crocheter, but I want to get better at it. So I love that about myself. I'm really terrible at a lot of things, but it doesn't stop me from continuing to do them. I hope to be very good at it. I want to make myself this triangle type of headband, and I want to make my sister some coasters. And then I have gold yarn, and my best friend, she really wants like dino nuggies. So I'm going to make her those and send them to her. So we'll see how those go. But yeah, and so back to my birthday. I had a good birthday, and my gluten-free cake was delicious. So I ate it through the middle. Like I had like bit into it, and obviously it was my cake, so I was just like eating it. I wasn't cutting slices. I was just like eating it with just like a fork. And I'm not a fan of icing, so I wasn't really eating the icing. So I was just like digging like a tunnel. And I thought I posted on my friends only, or what's it, close friends on Instagram, and I have with this like the caption, and it was like, this looks like I stuck my pee-pee in it, and then I put a disclaimer, and I was like, disclaimer, I don't have a pee-pee. And I tagged my sister who made it, and she threatened to block me because she's like, what the hell is wrong with you? I just completely unplugged my headphones. Wait, that scared the hell out of me. Give me 1 second. 1 second. There we go. And so that was really funny to me. The next day on my actual birthday, I went to this film event. I won't lie, I didn't want to go, but my sister was like, no, you have to go. You need to stop not networking and doing stuff. I hate networking. I hate going out and talking to people, and I don't like it. If I had never had to do it, I never would. But, obviously this is my career, so I have to. So I went, and I actually had a good time. I learned a lot, and I met like 5 different girls. And we all talked and stuff like that. And so we kind of created like a group chat. Because, we're all up and comers in Houston. So this way, if any of us had a script that'd be read, or needed advice about like writing or something like that, we can give it to each other, which I thought was really, really cool. I'm really looking to make more friends here in Houston. So I think that's a fun way to do it. I'm very good at making friends, which is hilarious because years ago I was not. But when I first moved down almost a year ago, I had met this one girl who works at Trader Joe's, and we were just like talking. She was into film and writing, and she's an actress. And so we just like exchanged Instagrams in terms of like, oh, if you ever need me to read a script of yours, like let me know. And months have passed, and a couple of months ago, we met up because she wanted me to read a script of hers, and we spent like 10 hours just like obviously breaking down her script, talking, giving her ideas, stuff like that, and then just talking just in general. And she ended up becoming a friend of mine. So we just went to a few not a few weeks ago, last week, we went to the Museum of Fine Arts here in Houston, which was really, really cool. We saw this like it's like French war style suit of armor like thingy that they were showing, like showcase, which I thought was really cool, and it was really fun to hang out with her. And then a couple of days ago, she had texted me. She was like, "Help! I need help. Like, I need help making like a self tape because she's like applying for, I think, some role with Disney or something." And so I was like, "All right, just come over to my house." And it was really cool because I've never done that before. Obviously, I've like shot self tapes as like practice years ago, but never like genuinely done it. And she's such a great singer. I was so surprised because I'd never heard her sing before. But that was so much fun. And so yeah, I don't remember how I got to the topic of that. Oh yeah. So yeah. Anyway, back to the task at hand. I am very happy that I went to the event, obviously, because I learned and I made a bit more connections. And then after that, I went to Barnes and Nobles because, okay, here's the thing. I was sad a little bit because I was like, I wanted to do something big for my 22nd birthday. I wanted to have like a huge extravaganza, and I still do, to be fair, and stuff like that. And so I decided, because we ended up not doing that, and also just money wise, it's not like we have a lot of funds right now, so we couldn't really do anything like that. Because we didn't, I decided that next month I'm going to give myself maybe a day trip, maybe depending on if I have the funds, get a hotel and stay the night, but go to Austin. And I want to go. I have no problem driving to Austin and then driving back the same day. I've done it a few times now, so I don't mind it. Austin is so beautiful, and I've never had a chance to explore. The first time I went for Formula One, and the second time I went for the Austin Film Festival. And so next month, I'm probably going to drive down early in the morning, and I want to spend the day. I want to probably go to the beach. I want to, do they have a beach? No, but I think they have these like lakes that you could swim in. So I'll probably go to one of those. I want to go to a bunch of different bookstores, see, like just do little sightseeing things. I think that would be really, really cool and really fun to do. And then later towards the night, drive back. And that will be like my little birthday trip for myself. And so I still had a very good birthday though. I went to Barnes and Nobles. Oh my God, there's an ant on my carpet. I'm killing it. Okay, I went to Barnes and Nobles, and I was like, oh, I only will buy one book because I haven't been, guys, be proud of me. I have not been buying books. I've been a good girl. Okay, I haven't been buying books. I mean, that doesn't count my book at the month subscription because that's a subscription. Technically speaking, even though I'm paying for the subscription, they're sending me a book. So technically, I'm not paying for the book. I'm paying for a subscription, which is different. So that's been great. But yeah, and I went and I was like, I'm going to get one book and one book only. And so I was just like I was exploring, just reading through different things. And then my mom called me and she's like, hey, we're going grocery shopping. And I was like, wait, I want to go too because, I didn't have to pay for my own food this time. And so okay, I was like 20 minutes away. I was like, damn, I still want 10 minutes to like explore. And so as I'm like going through, I'm like starting to see books. I'm like, damn, this looks good. This looks good. This looks good. And it was just like a run in and quick grab them. And so I just grabbed 4 different books and then I dipped. And it was cool because, well, obviously I didn't just dip. I paid for them, of course. But it was really fun. It was really cool because of the fact that I grabbed 4 different genres. I have one that was romance, one that was fantasy, one that was like supernatural, and then one that was mystery. Was it mystery? I think it was mystery. I don't remember if it was mystery. I think it was mystery, yeah. Which I thought was really, really cool. No, not mystery. It was Greek mythology. That's what it was. Which is great because 2 of them were like the final books in the trilogy that I've been reading. One was for what is the book called? Legend Born by Tracy Dion. I've started reading that years ago. She just released the 3rd book. I think it's the final one called Oathbound. I've been really meaning to read it. She released it back in March. So I got that. And then there's another one called, I think it's called Daughter of Sparta. That one, I love Greek mythology and Roman mythology. It anything having to do with the Greek gods and goddesses, I absolutely love it. It's been a huge, what is it called? When you're interested in something, I can't remember the term for it, but a huge interest of mine. That same with like ancient Egyptian. I love mythology and just in general. And so I'm really excited to start reading those. For those watching this on YouTube, you can see one of my bookshelves behind me. I have another one coming. I have a lot of books, and I actually just digitized them in a library app called Libib. I have a scan again and everything. Like I'm one of those people, guys. Essentially, because everyone keeps saying like, "Oh, what do you use it for?" And I was like, "Well, technically speaking, nothing. I mean, I can just go through it and see which books I have. But essentially it's very useless because it's not like I can go on and like read the book on there or anything. Like it doesn't do anything. I can just see which books I have. I'm a book nerd, and I think that I'm a collector. I think it's really cool to have a system that shows me how many books I have, and organize them. But essentially it is useless. So I did that, and I organized all my books, and that was really exciting. I've been unpacking. What was that? It just turned off. Oh, my light turned off. Sorry. It's on a timer. I have a timer on this. Look at that technology. But yeah, I have officially pretty much finished unpacking my room. I just have to put up my laundry. It's clean now because I washed it. I just had to put up my laundry. My bed frame just came, so tomorrow I'm going to put that together. I'm proud of myself because I built this bookshelf, and it only took me like 20 minutes. Normally I'm horrible at building things. I always build it wrong and then I have to take it apart and redo it, and it takes me like 2 hours. But I did it correctly this time, and it looks really good. It's a bamboo bookshelf. It was like $70. I love it. It's very sturdy. It's very nice. And so I'm going to, depending on whether or not my brother does it tomorrow, I'm going to build my bed frame. I'm not getting my bed until later in the week because it's still at my old house, and we had to get the U-Haul truck for it because I missed the first time they brought stuff over. So yeah. I got Marlo some new cat toys, which he's loving, and I'm loving that. I got him a cat tree, which I'm going to also build tomorrow. And just some fun stuff for my room, which I'm really excited about. And so I was like doing that a bit on Saturday, on my birthday, like unpacking some things, hanging some things up. My sister and I, we went to the nail salon. My dad paid for us to get our nails done, which was cool because I've been really working on keeping my nails done. I'm someone who has really bad anxiety, and so I bite my nails, and when I bite them, I don't stop. Like it gets to a point where they're like bleeding and they hurt badly. So for the last 2 months, I've been keeping nails on them, and I've always done acrylic. Which is so funny because I remember the first time I got acrylics in the 8th grade, did it for the 8th grade prom. My mom and my sister really convinced me to do it, and I hated it. It felt too bad enough. I was wearing something that felt too girly for me, and which I chose it because I wanted to try to get out of my own comfort zone. I hated it, and I hated the fact that, I didn't hate it because it was black, and so it was enough, I guess you could say. I wasn't fully comfortable in it, but it wasn't bad, but I still didn't want to look super girly because I'm a tomboy, and so having the nail, I was just ugh, I bit them off the next day. And anyone who's had a fresh set of acrylics knows it's horrible for your nails and it's painful, but I did not want these on. And so it's really funny now because I absolutely love acrylics. I love getting my nails done. Though I only get dark colors, bright ones feels too girly for me. And the only time I'll get a bright color is if I'm doing yellow, and that is it. And so finally, my nails have grown pretty long. And so I was I'm going to give myself a bit of a break, especially because I'm entering a really serious writing era for myself right now because I need to finish my pilot before the end of May. I'm submitting it to the Austin Film Festival, and I'm redoing a whole bunch of stuff in the pilot, and I'm working on the Bible for my limited series. For those who doesn't know what that means, essentially when you write a TV show, you only write the pilot, and then you write a script Bible, which has all of the stuff that you intend to happen throughout the season, and that's what you pitch to producers rather than sitting and writing the entire show out. And then you would get a writer's room and stuff like that. I would like to eventually write the rest of the episodes out just because I want to complete it. But until I want to have a couple other scripts under my belt before I do that. I have 3 different features that I want to write. And oh my God, Marlo is sleeping and it's so freaking cute. Hold on, I have to take a photo of this because he's tucked himself onto the ground and he looks adorable. Guys, being a cat mom has become one of the best things in the world. Getting a cat was one of the best decisions I've ever made because I love animals. I'm a big animal person. I've always wanted a lizard. Oh my God, guys, I should get a lizard. Because I've always wanted a gecko, but I was let me wait until I'm older and stuff like that. I'm going to get a lizard eventually, probably when I find some more space. Oh, I can put this tank under my TV because I have nothing there. All right, when I get some more money, we're gonna get a lizard. Anyway, I've always wanted to have a pet of my own, a pet that I can just like, you can just love me and like be attached to me, Like I've always had pets, but it's been like my sibling's pet or my mom's like dog or my dad's dog and stuff like that. And so getting Marlo, especially because I'm a dog person. I've now realized I'm also a cat person. I think I'm a cat person more than I am a dog person because dogs take a lot of, energy and time. And I think my sister's dog also, I love her so much. She's turned me away from wanting a dog because she's like crazy and like really hard to walk and can be very difficult at times. And so I think once I get older and I'm more settled, I got a wife. So, I don't have to be the only one walking her, walking him or her, whichever gender the dog is. And I have like more time to spend with the dog. I think that will be better. One thing I love about having a cat is obviously I play with my cat a lot and I give him toys and I make sure he's entertained. I give him lots and lots of kisses and cuddles. But I don't like, he can entertain himself, and he has my mom's tiny dog to play with too. So like I don't have to take him on walks and like be worried about that kind of thing. Like he's fine on his own, even though he's a little emotionally attached to me, which I love because he's so adorable. He does have bad anxiety. That makes me sad. So like whenever there's people over, like during my birthday, he hid in my mom's closet because whenever there's people more than like a few people here, he hides because he doesn't like being around a lot of people. He really is his mother's daughter. But yeah, and so moving back to my birthday. Anyway, after we got our nails done, me and Tay, we went to this hibachi restaurant. Cause I really wanted hibachi. I wanted to go to Benihana, but my sister didn't want that one. And there was another one that was new one that we tried. I personally think Benihana's tastes better, but I was looking at Benihana's prices, and I'm like, this is insane. Like it was like legitimately, it was twice what we paid for the same thing that we got at the other restaurant. Like this is kind of crazy. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. My sister and I, we don't really get much time to really have like sister time and bond, especially since she moved out and, she has a boyfriend and a job and, hobbies and stuff. She works. And so I'm a very big person of wanting to just spend as much time with the people I love. And so normally when, I hang with her, I'm hanging with her boyfriend too, which is completely fine because he's one of my best friends and I love him so very much. But it was really, I rarely get like one-on-one bonding twin time with her, and I haven't in a long time, so that was really, really nice. And then I ended up staying over that night at her apartment. Me and John, my brother-in-law, her boyfriend, we watched this movie with Zac Efron where he like takes place during the Vietnam War, and he basically goes to Vietnam to bring his friends who were fighting in the war beers and stuff. It was really good. It was a really good movie. It was lighthearted, but also really, really sad at times. So that was fun. And then the next morning, Tay and I went to this place called Hot Works, and you basically do like yoga. It's like hot yoga. And we did, it was like 125 degrees. I'm a cold person. I don't like the heat. I also hadn't eaten that morning because I was being so I was taking forever to get up and get ready. So I didn't get a chance to eat that morning. And so I was getting a bit lightheaded, but it was a lot of fun in terms of being able, I felt very good afterwards, very, very loose. But it was just fun to spend more time with her. And then me and her went back to the apartment and we watched half of the Formula One race because then my mom ended up calling me. She was like, "Girl, come home. You have the groceries we need," because I had to go to the grocery store and grab stuff that she needed because it was Easter that day, and so there was only one grocery store open, and so I had to grab whatever they needed. And I was like, "Damn!" I was hoping they would call me for like another hour until the race is over. But I'm so happy because Tay is not a huge racing fan. She says constantly, I don't understand how you can watch them just go around the track for 2 hours. But she's been getting into it, so she's been watching the races with me, which is fun. So I ended up just finishing the race when I got home, and that's when I built my bookshelf, and I unpacked the rest of the stuff in my room. Why did I keep smacking my leg? And so that was a really, really fun day. It felt very good to have bonding time with my sister, and me and her decided that every Sunday we would do like hot yoga. I'm going to tolerate the heat. I'll make sure I eat beforehand. We're going to do hot yoga and probably get like boba or something. We did get boba afterwards, and the boba place was fucking horrible. I was so upset. I paid $20 because I got the three of us, me, her, and John, boba, and mine tasted like dick. And I don't even know what that tastes like, but I'm pretty sure it tasted like what that boba tasted like. So I highly regret going to that place. And so that felt really, really great. And so yeah. Moving on. Now that I'm 22, this is horrible, guys. This is horrible. So I have a lot of skills. I may not be great at all of them, but I'm very experienced in a lot of various things, especially creative. Like I'm a filmmaker and I'm a script writer and I'm a videographer and a photographer. I'm still growing in terms of photography because that's something I started recently. But I'm good at, videography, and because I went through I have a huge understanding that I didn't want to do film anymore, and it was not something that was great for me. And I've been slowly working on, making it more interesting and stuff for me. I had this epiphany, this realization. The reason I say it's horrible is because my family have been constantly telling me this, and I've understood this, and I've known this, but it was the first time I genuinely was like, what the fuck am I doing? Because I've been applying to so many jobs in my field, and I haven't even been getting responses. I haven't been getting emails back and stuff like that, and it's been really bringing me down. I'm at a job that I don't like, and that takes up time, it's so much time. It doesn't even pay as much as it should for all the time that I'm spending. And I was like, I could just do freelance. I did it throughout college. I mean, I wasn't the one who went out and got jobs. I just always, because in Florida, I did for various people, so people would just find me from word of mouth. But I was like, why don't I just genuinely try and tap into my skills, genuinely tap into what I have going on in my podcast, stuff like that, and then just start making, really building upon that and getting a following and getting customers and clients and jobs. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. They've been telling me this for 2 years now, and I'm just now being like, oh my God, what am I doing? And so I'm feeling really good about that. I've been really working on discipline, and stuff like that. Today feels like a long day because been trying to get up at 8 a.m. every day. I'm going to start going to bed by at least 11. I've been going to bed around 12, which is still good because I'm getting 8 hours sleep, but I think I need around 10 hours of sleep because I'm a very energetic girl. I need my rest. And I don't take naps that much anymore because I work and I'm doing stuff all throughout the day. So I don't really have time for naps, which hurts me because I love napping. I love sleeping. I cannot imagine being awake all day. I couldn't be a vampire. I could not be a Twilight vampire. Because the idea of being awake all day, I tell them to rip my head off and burn me. Because the idea of living that long would piss me off. So not being able to sleep or eat, the fuck am I supposed to do then? I'm bored as it is half the time. I'm gonna be bored then. And so yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Never mind, that's what I was saying. And so yeah, so I'm working on discipline, making sure I'm just doing certain things. I really want to start, making sure I eat in the morning. I've been getting a lot better at eating mainly for dinner. I still really don't eat that much during the day or in the morning. But definitely for dinner, I've been having full meals, which is really good for me. But yeah, I want to start my mornings, wake up at 8, obviously depending on if I'm having opening shifts and I'm waking up earlier than that, but wake up at 8, journal, do yoga, do a little bit of Bible study. I've been trying to get back into my spirituality and my faith just because things I don't really believe in much of stuff that it's in the Bible. Not that I don't believe in it, I just don't agree with it. And so always been very hard for me since I realized I realized my sexuality and stuff like that. And a lot of Christians like to, and so I decided I'm gonna just kind of do how I would in school, where I'm learning it, and whether or not I believe it is that, but I think it's important for me to at least read it and understand, especially because I have a relationship with God. Not that I think I needed it, but whatever, to each their own. Moving on from that. And so with my podcast, obviously making sure I shoot my podcast days before or a day before, because I always just shoot it the day of, and which is why my episodes don't come out till late at night or in the middle of the night. And so we're not doing that anymore. Really working on my content creation and social media. I hate using social media. I just like scrolling. That's it. I don't like posting stuff or doing things like that. And so working on really getting good at social, now I don't like it, but I need to do it. It's necessary. Going out and shooting stuff, being more creative with the stuff that I film, trying to going to networking events, putting out flyers, trying to actively get jobs, putting myself on Fiverr and trying to, secure jobs through there, which is a really, really good idea. I don't know. I haven't thought of that. And stuff like that, so that I can, start making a living, and eventually I can just work for myself, because I feel like that's the perfect thing for me, is working for myself, because I don't like working for people. I don't like other people determining what I do when I do it. I like having my own schedule and deciding what it is that I'm going to do and stuff like like and stuff like that. So that's my kind of thing. I decided that my year didn't start in January. It's starting once I turned 22. It's a whole new year for me, technically speaking, and I want to kind of restart and have a fresh start. I think me moving into this new house has been really, really great for me. I've been able to kind of be a little interior designing, which is I love doing, and realizing I want to, also here's another thing, guys. So I've always said that I don't think my life can start until I have my career job and I'm making a good financial income and stuff like that. And I'm doing good that way. And so I've always held that as what has to happen for me to feel like I have a life and I can start and not feel stuck. And another thing that I realized as I've been moving and starting to like unpack stuff and take on my hobbies again, and I was just like, I don't have to wait until I have my career and like financial stability to start to have my life. I already have a life. I just have to be more present in it. I have started my life already. I just gotta be more active in it. I never finished playing Harry Potter. I'm on like the last challenge, but I got stuck. So what I'm gonna do is just ignore that. And I love playing video games, but I really only like playing Harry Potter, which is what I learned. And so I decided I'm gonna play another house. I'm gonna play for Hufflepuff, and I enjoy playing that. I've started crocheting again, which is fun. Reading, I've always done that, so that's nothing different. But just doing other things, just to, what time is it? Okay, I have to make sure I do my Duolingo. But just, doing things that I find fun. Like, obviously when I go to work, and then just leave it there. Like once I walk out of those doors, then I'm done with it. Come home and making sure I want to make sure at night, because I tend to try to get myself to do work all through the night, and that's not good for me. Like once it hits like 8 o'clock, no more work and just rest, chilling, watching TV. I think that will be very good for me as well, to just ensuring that I'm not burning myself out and that I'm giving myself some time to be lazy and rest and, do whatever I want. Because if I feel like if I do that, then I won't feel as like drawn and feel like I need to fuck around while I need to be doing work. If I know that, okay, I'm going to be able to watch TV and nap and play on my phone and stuff like that, or play video games once 8 o'clock hits and I'm just chilling because I got like 3 hours before I go to bed. So now I know, like during the day, like, all right, now I need to get this stuff done so I can make sure by 8 o'clock I can clock out and I can just do my own thing. And so I want to really, really, really just take advantage of that and start becoming more present. Meditation is going to be very helpful for me, I believe. So like I said, I'm starting on a whole discipline journey. I want to start going out more. Obviously hang out with my friend. I'm hanging out with another friend next week, which I'm very excited for. But taking myself on dates, my trip to Austin, going to the movies by myself. I haven't been to the movie theaters in a while, and I love going to the theater by myself. I think just because, people don't really do that. Like, we don't really go to the theaters by ourselves. We always go with other people. So it's a little weird to go by yourself, but I want to do that. I think it's just so fun. It's so cool getting breakfast by myself. I tend to do that a lot when I have money. I love going to First Watch and stuff. But going to Barnes and Nobles more, obviously not buying books, but going and sitting and doing some work, or just sitting there just to read or watch TV and crochet. Like, I don't know, more things that I can do to have more personal time and me time, finding more fun things to do with my family to make sure, like, just because I live with them doesn't mean I'm spending time with them. So like finding ways to spend time with them and stuff like that. I played 2500 with my family yesterday, which was really nice. And so I am going to keep you guys updated on how I'm going in this adulting discipline journey. Adulting, I think, can be fun. You just have to really try at it. It's hard as hell when you don't have money and when life is lifing. But I think we need to take the good things when we can and really appreciate the good times and, just pray through the bad ones. I have a good life. I don't have any big problems right now, just besides financially, I'm shit. But besides that, everything's good. I'm healthy. Physically, like, I don't have any problems. I just have allergies now. My family's healthy. They're all good. Do we have drama and problems, yes. And I want to start therapy again. So I found one, but she's a private therapist, so I don't think she'll take my insurance, and I can't afford to pay out of pocket. So I'm going to try to find a therapist within my means and within my insurance. I think that will be really good for me too. Just being able to, that was something that became a very normal thing for me. I'd have therapy either every other week, every week, or once a month back when I lived in Florida. And that was something I looked forward to because I'm someone who likes talking about my feelings. I like talking things out. I like processing my emotions. I don't like holding things in. And I've really been doing that lately. And I think that's, been something that's been hurting me and causing my anxiety to go up. And so I believe that having someone, it's harder to talk to my family about how I'm feeling about different things because it can just feel awkward and stuff like that. And so having this unbiased entity person who can give me advice and just listen and stuff like that and allow me to just get sometimes I would like to just tell them about my day and just like, this is how I'm feeling now, or how I'm feeling today, or how I felt last night and stuff like that. I'm going to start journaling again, not just the same thing which is like, oh, I haven't been doing this and this and that. Like, I used to journal like my dreams, stuff that would happen, or just like random things. And I want to start doing that again, like start being more present in my days and not just, in my head where I'm like all sad and I gotta stop being a pessimist. Like I want to start being more bright and I definitely think have the job that I have, because it doesn't help that I get so irritated so quickly there. Like it pisses me off because people are fucking stupid and I don't understand. You're an adult, you're that dumb. And so I don't like incompetence. That pisses me off. When you're an adult and you're incompetent, you don't have common fucking sense. That pisses me off. I can't. That's my biggest pet peeve. Like just fucking read or some shit. Like, what are you doing? Are you dumb? Like, it's one thing to not understand the language or to like for something that's very confusing, and even I'm confused. But when it literally is a very common sense thing, or it's very explainable, I think is the term. Like, what are you, come on, don't piss me off. And so that hasn't helped me because I get very irritated and I stay irritated for hours on end, and that doesn't help with my mood. I'm a positive person, I believe. I enjoy feeling happy and uplifted and giggly and yeah, and so when I'm not for a long period of time, it just doesn't do good for me. And so just enjoying my mornings, just, maybe going in the morning, like when I get up, go outside and soak in the sun. Y'all, it was pouring so fucking hard this morning. Like the thunder was bad that it was scaring me. I don't like thunder. It's like thunder and lightning. It was pouring. So hopefully not that. I know it's gonna rain tomorrow like 12. So hopefully the morning's a bit sunnier. I am a little nervous for tomorrow. I've started babysitting. Tomorrow's actually my first day. For like extra money. And this kid, like this family, I know them because my sister, she had babysat for them for months. But now that she got a new job, they needed someone. And I'm like, well, I could do it. Good with kids. So I'm a little nervous about that because I've never babysat anyone who wasn't my family. So that's completely easy. That's fine. I know them. I know how it is. This is something very new. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to be very confident. That's another thing I'm working on. Just regardless of what I'm doing, going into every situation with just confidence in myself. I don't have to be confident in the situation, just confident in myself. I'm a very big doubter of myself. And that's another thing that I want to leave back when I was 21. I don't want to bring that into 22 where I'm just confident no matter what I do. Like, I understand I am a competent adult and I can get it done. And something may not be easy. It can be very difficult, very hard, very challenging, very emotionally tasking, but I have the confidence to understand that I can get it done. And so, yeah, so that's how I am right now. I'm 22 and I'm trying. I don't have to have everything figured out now, which is something I'm still having to understand and process. But it's also something I've been hearing a lot because I've gotten back into like watching YouTube and watching vloggers and stuff like that. And the common denominator for all, and it's only women, of course. Well, then just one guy. But the common denominator for all of them is they're all in their mid to late 20s, and some of them are in their earlies, and they're all saying that they're all in their 20s and they don't want to look back on their life and know that they spent their 20s being stressed or not enjoying their time. As we get older, life gets harder and things change. I want to enjoy the good times. I want to, look back on my 20s and think about all the adventures I've had. Obviously I'm not someone who parties and drinks, but I want to say that I've done, I've gone on solo trips, and I honestly, I might just save up for a hotel. I want to do like a solo trip like that. Like, I've never stayed in a hotel room by myself, like on a trip by myself. I think that would be really, really, really cool. And so yeah, and so just doing fun things like that. I think for me, doing things on my own will allow me to feel more independent. That's another thing for me. It's hard for me to sometimes feel like an adult. I think if I was living on my own and really paying all of my own bills and paying rent, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely adult. But because I'm not, I'm still living at home, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I don't intend to move out until my goal is, I would love to move out next year, like have financially the means and be very good. So, everybody, tell your friends about my podcast. I'm trying to make some money off of this. But no, my goal is to move out by the time I'm 24, by the time I finish my master's degree, which will be in May of 2027. That's the goal for my moving out. I do not want to be living at home past then. I doubt that I will. We're going to manifest that I'm not, and I'm going to be having good money, so much money that I don't even, like, I can just donate it to a bunch of different places just because I can't. And so yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming. Where are all these ants coming from? I'm just crushing them now. I got like these ants trapped because now that it's a new house, freaking like we have like an ant problem now because it's a new build, and I got an ant trap. But like at this point, I don't really know what to do because I've had to like hide the ant trap so my cat doesn't get it to them and like try and eat it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming on and listening. I'm very excited for the episodes I have planned, things that I plan to talk about. I'm now realizing, because I always said like, oh, I talk about anything and everything, but I really don't talk about my own problems. Like, I don't even talk about anything else besides that, which I need to probably start doing. But, like, I don't talk about worldly things, so I don't like to. And I don't really, I suppose I can start doing some book reviews. But I feel like if I'm going to do book reviews or, like, movie reviews or stuff like that, it's going to have to be, like, an extra episode. Because I feel like if I'm talking about other things like that and not about myself and things that's happening, I feel like I'm cheating you guys out of an episode. So I feel like, oh, Marla, he meow and yawn. It was so cute. But yeah, so I feel like if I'm going to start doing that, it will have to be like an extra episode a week, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for coming on and listening. Make sure you guys watch this on YouTube, stream it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Obviously, you're doing so if you're listening. And check out my Instagram. If you're not following me, follow me. All of my social medias are in the description below. But make sure you follow my podcast. I'm trying to get my podcast monetized because I would really like to be able to make an income off of this so that I can make this my full-time job and post multiple podcast episodes in a week. I'm not even like thinking about Patreon again. It just was so difficult. Like, I could not get a single video up without it being like flagged or like taken down or just wouldn't upload. So I'm going to try to figure out that whole thing. But yeah, so I'm going to post this so it can come out tomorrow. When you guys are listening to this, it will be Tuesday, and I'm shooting this on Monday. Be proud of me. I shot it the day before. Edit this, try and edit my social media. It's very late right now, and I gotta work early in the morning, so I might just crash because it's 11 o'clock, so I might just go ahead and crash. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on and listening. I love you all. I'm so grateful for you all, and I will see you all next Tuesday. Bye.